Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Tease Towel. I hope your week has started out great. Today I want to talk about something that so many of us, including myself, are so guilty of, and that's taking our health for granted. I've been thinking about it lately, in part because, both myself and Wade have had a little health scare recently, and then coming off my class reunion when realizing that I'm 63, that there were 10 of us who have died, 10 people who, not 10 of us, 10 people who have died since our last reunion. Wade's 60. My dad died at 55. I realized when I was going to retire that I had a fear because he retired and died, that I did have a big awareness of my health during that time, but it's something that's easy to do, to take it for granted, because when you're healthy, you're not thinking about your health. We live busy lives. We're moving from one responsibility to the other, and we rarely stop to really appreciate the fact that our bodies are functioning smoothly. And that's the thing about good health. You don't notice it until something goes wrong. So you guys know I had that back and hip thing. And the thing, as I was dealing with that, it was a different pain than I've had before, but I ignored it. And I kept pushing through it because I do work out, and I kept pushing through it until it became something that was scary. That it became something that I'm all of a sudden thinking, am I going to have a hip replacement? Or what is going to happen? What is going to be the outcome from this? And we recently had a health scare with Wade. And I'm not going to go into it because I didn't ask him permission. but also, there's those things that come to your mind. Are you thinking an aneurysm? Are you thinking a stroke? Are you thinking these things that all of a sudden could alter your life totally? As I was working as a PT, I would often have people tell me, oh, I'm too busy, or I'll start eating better or exercising next week, or when things slow down, or things like that. And it's excuses that we put out there a lot. I'm always saying my diet starts Monday. Those kinds of things that we just really don't give much thought, or we take for granted how our body is working for us every day. So when I felt off, I knew something wasn't right, but I ignored it because I'm healthy, because things are going well, until suddenly it stops and you're not working the way you used to. Or it might be that you found out a test result that you weren't prepared for. Suddenly your world stops. And when you're faced with a health scare, everything else then, and it doesn't matter how big or small that health scare is, everything else fades into the background. And all those deadlines and those commitments and those future plans, that they begin to feel insignificant, because in the moment is all you can think about is, are we going to be okay? So I'm sure you've been there. I mean, many of you have been there, and you know that sudden rush of fear and that uncertainty and those questions that are swirling through your mind. What if there is something really, really wrong? And have I been taking care of myself the way I should? It's in those moments that it becomes painfully clear how much we've been taking our health for granted, and we start to realize how much we expect from our bodies without giving much in return. And that scare, hopefully, is just a scare, but it can be a really big wake-up call, and it's a chance to reset and to rethink about how we treat our most important asset, which is our health. And the truth is, without it, everything else crumbles. So what do we do with that wake-up call? It's not just for the regular doctor's visits, but it's those daily things that nourish us: drinking more water, moving our bodies, managing our stress, listening to our bodies when something doesn't feel quite right. Because the reality is, we can't prevent every health scare, but we can do our best to create a foundation for health that supports us when those challenges come. So being as healthy as we can, taking care of ourselves as best we can, is our best protection to prolong those scares or those serious things that can happen. We never know what tomorrow will bring. We never know when everything will change and our life is no longer what it is now. So my hope in this talk, talking about this today, is that you don't wait for that scare to make a change, that you take a moment today to appreciate what your body does for you, to appreciate your health, and to decide to treat it with care and with respect it deserves. Trust me, your future will thank you for it. So that's my message, as quick as it is today. That's my message for this week's Tease Towel. If you watch this, please let me know. Put replay. Tell me what you think. Are you taking your body for granted? Are you making a very conscious effort for it? Time flies. Time really flies. And we want to have that time with our families, with our grandbabies, all of that. So take that time now. So I hope you join me next week on Tease Towel, and have a good rest of your week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.